Okay, even though I haven't had this question asked to me, I want to just, elaborate on where I got my name. Now, just to get through the bullshit and start, where I got the Ryoka part, it slips my mind. I know I heard it somewhere, but I've only had it since I signed up for this YouTube, so, now I'm officially known as Ryoka 13X, at least on the internet. There's a few places I don't use Ryoka 13X, but most of the other places, like if I have to sign up for a ROM site or if I have to, sign up for an account somewhere, it'll all be Ryoka 13X. Or in the case of my new aim, which is Ryoka 14X, then that will be that. Very clever, just up the number one. Instead of, I could have used Ryoka 12X, but does that sound good? I mean, how about Ryoka 11X? Ryoka 10X? Doesn't sound good. I mean, 13X just kind of, it has a, like, the way you word it. And Ryoka 14X isn't that far away. It has to be a teen, in order to sound good, because teen and X just goes together. So you have to have a teen, like 16, 17X, 18X, 19X. 18X doesn't work, though, but to stop bullshitting around. The 13 part, 13 is my favorite number, so I just choose, I chose 13 because, I needed a number, so I chose 13. And the X part is just, there's two reasons for X. The first reason, which I like to say more than the second reason, the first reason, which I will almost always accept as a reason, but since I'm being honest here, I will reveal the second one. Now, like I was saying, the first reason is because X is just like the coolest letter. So I just decided to choose it because it worked with Ryoka 13 and then X. Ryoka 13A wouldn't have worked. X is like the universal symbol for stopping on the internet. You ever seen those emo names like XXX something XXX? I figured I would make fun of that with the X too, so I just put X in there. Now, here's the final reason, the second reason. And this is the one I don't really like, but it's a reason all the same. The X came from the end of Necro's name, Necro VMX. And it even kind of sounds similar if you think about it. If you get past the Ryoka and the 13 part and the X ending, it just kind of sounds like it. I don't normally accept that because, I was a fan of Necro even before I signed up for this YouTube. So I just chose to use the X. But, the main reason is because X is like the coolest letter I could have possibly used. Ryoka 13Z wouldn't have worked. It's just the only one I could have used that would have actually flowed with the name. And Ryoka 13, it just doesn't sound good. It sounds like some shitty-ass anime show, Ryoka 13, with a bunch of fucking giant robots and cyborgs and shit. That's what it sounds like, doesn't it? With the X, it doesn't sound nearly as shitty. Therefore, that's why there's an X at the end of it. And that right there is where and how I got my name. Thanks for listening.